Good evening and welcome to another Legions video on Plentiful Plow. I'm your host, Harvest. So I just heard from the podcast from the creator himself, Taylor Hell, about how they are going to essentially reward collectors of this game with a master set collection. So if you have all the cards in a set, whether it's Ravaged Lands, Battle Harvest, or Frontiers, you'll get a promo card that can only be acquired by actually having a set of every single card, including all the Exalteds and Elysian Rares. Well, there's no Elysian in Ravaged Lands, but every single card in the game. That's incredible. And I think that would encourage everyone to have a binder, at least for a video on verifications. And I'm just showing off the binder I made for Ravaged Land or Frontiers and Bountiful Harvests. I was just going by set number. I didn't even know about this until recently. I was just making a set number so that I can just take cards out and then put into a deck. But now I'm in a situation where I have to save a slot on my binders for the rares and stuff that have slabs. I think for this Frontiers and Bountiful Harvest binder, I just kept on going. I didn't leave any space. I just went through it. But I have the full set of Frontiers now because I bought some singles from the two stores, Atlas Collectibles and Nerds Cafe. So including box toppers, I have it. And I think I'm going to have to wait for it to come to me because I can't just show the receipt. Or maybe I can. I'm not sure on the details, but that's awesome. And the big thing is even the block. So the first three sets, Ravaged Lands, Frontiers, and Bountiful Harvest. If you have all three, you'll get another promo for that called a Master Class promo. That's amazing news. I've never seen any company do that before. The closest thing I've seen to this being done is in video games. For me in particular, it's Guild Wars 2 that does this, where you actually have to collect items in game, and you don't have to keep them in game. It just has a record of it going through you or picking it up on, so it can be a junk item, whatever that you can sell, but at least it went through you, so it completes your collection. And then at the end of it, you get the special shiny to symbolize that you've collected all this. That is an incredible idea. I'm so glad they brought that video game collection idea from Guild Wars 2 over this. He might not even know about Guild Wars 2, but it's just the idea and the concept is so good. And really, it encourages transactions between stores, obviously, but also among collectors, right? People that don't have necessarily the time to play because we're focused on work and school for work. And we can only get a few matches in on our Legions League just to barely get the cards for the promos. I think the promos are not part of this promotion, which is fair because there's no way everyone can always get all the promos, especially as this game ages. You can't get all the old promos anymore. And thankfully, I got mine, but even I can't get all the cards in the game. So it encourages transactions either between individual collectors or between stores, and it encourages trade. Like, hey, can you lend me your Exalteds for a month or whatever, and then so I can do my verifications. It's really good for that. And then, yeah, it's just mind-boggling because in the video game you can't really trade these collectibles because they're usually account bound or they want to make sure that the company makes money over it. No, for us, we just trade to our friends. Oh yeah, sure, I'll lend to your promo so you can do your verification, and then you can hold it for a certain amount of time. I'm pretty sure there will be time limited, so you have to hold the cards for a period of time, let people know you have a period of time, and then that's it. You get your promo, and then the card moves hands from hands. People can maybe play their exalted humans or exalted orcs or demons for a time while they have that card. And it's great. You don't know what everyone's running. Well, maybe you do. But, it moves the exalteds across. And I think for Empires on Rise, when you have the second edition exalteds and renowns, those are called the hidden drops. So they're still in Empires on Rise, and you'll still have to go after those. But anyways, I did prepare my Empires on the Rise binder. I got a nice green binder here. I'm going to leave the old Frontiers realms because it's nice. I did find out today in the spoiler card gallery that we're going to get new realms. It's the same actual mortal realm, but then it'll be detailed with what it is. It's a castle for the humans. And the only difference is the veil can't be pierced by like effects that can force it to open. It can only be opened by the person themselves. So that's going to be really nice. And it's going to be a rare. It's going to be a 3-star instead of a 1-star. So that'll free up like 1 card on each binder for everyone. So I'm still going to have the little display going on the back. And I'm actually don't out of first edition tokens. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the regular sleeves there. I'll actually make the binder a little bit lighter too in the spells area. And for the traps, or sorry, fortifications, I'm going to leave these 5 black, or at least have black sleeves on the back of cards so that when you flip them, it won't affect anything. And people will know you have a card face down to make it a little bit more fair. So I think that's a good way to go about it. So I guess to show you, oh, okay, my tripod knocked over. I'm just going to, yeah, I got my letter here. Yeah, good example. Okay, what I'm going to have is these are all black in the back. It's just for show. And then I'll take these out to play. And then this is what the mat's going to look like. It's going to be your warriors, which are tokens in the back because you do play them. Your spells, these might just be regular empty sleeves. Maybe I'll have some more tokens here. Realm decoration, and of course the double-sided realm here. Hero synergy renown. But they'll be unique for each binder. And I'm going to, because we're going through a lot in the TCG space right now, I'm going to leave this binder as the pre-Kickstarter. Yeah, because they did a lot of work with that. But then have the green binder, obviously, for the Kickstarter. And I'm going to have a blue binder next for the set after, for the Corsairs. It's great. We're riding the wave. And speaking of which, I'm going to mention this. Like, even though I don't usually like to cross-mention TCGs, thing is, Disney is coming out. And they are going to bring TCGs into the mainstream market, into the family home, and introduce the next generation of players. We need new blood. Let's be honest. And once those kids go and become young adults and get a little spending money from doing their chores or part-time work, they're going to want something to reflect young adults. They want something a little bit cooler. And I think Legions is just perfect for that. It's positioning itself to be a good game. Legions is my main game. From the looks of it, even for my collectors, like busy all the time, it's become my main game. It's just so good in every single way. And because of that, I'm going to have a blue binder to show all TCGs. Doesn't matter, a Kickstarter, new, old, big 3, big 4, dead. All TCGs are going to go through a rise. And we're going to ride the wave. And I'm going to have the blue binders for the Corsair set for this next time period coming up. We're going to ride the wave on this. I do have investments in Vice and Sorcery and Flesh and Blood. So yeah, all my TCGs are going to go up. And I'm going to try and get blue binders for all of them to indicate this is the era where Disney, we're still competing and not competing against Disney at the same time. And we're just riding the wave, making TCGs really popular. Afterwards, on the horizon, as far as I can see, maybe a red binder so I can have the color-coded thing for TCG Player, because this game has all the hallmarks of a game that should go on TCG Player. It's just my speculation, but yeah. After the blue Disney, once everyone's much more comfortable with it, TCG Player can onboard it, or maybe it'll onboard it sooner. But either way, I know this game's going to go on TCG Player. And what better way to do that than have another set release right at that time? It'll be perfect. So I have really good optimism for this game. It's looking so good. Especially with this collector's news. Oh my God. If I could just to have value just by owning something, even if it's a period of time, like it makes your collection and your presence matters in a card game, right? You hold something, you promote it, it helps the promotion of it. It spreads it out. People see, oh, these cards are pretty cool. What's this? If I collect all the full set, which isn't really hard to do, now that people want you to collect full set, they want you to become, not an ambassador. They want you to be an ambassador yourself for the game, and they want you to have a full set, have that full set collectible, have the full set feel for a time, and then give that feeling to someone else, and you keep your promo. That is an extraordinary method, and I like it. It's really good. It promotes the game, promotes the community, and I know there are a lot of either other collectors from other TCGs that would love to have that extra benefit for putting up the legwork to collect the cards and promote the game, and then have a card to show that you've done the work. It's like a degree, pretty much. I know degrees nowadays are like, yeah, so you went through a period of time and learning. Congrats. Well, better to have than not, right? And oh, it's so good. But yeah, Undead. I'm gonna put this card black background and then this card regular background, so it can just fold like that. And yeah, this is pretty much the final format that I'm gonna put my binders in. Obviously, the realms we're gonna upgrade to the new rares that cannot be force pierced. But also have the sideboard, maybe a realm sideboard available, so people can start changing that. And I also took a look at the recollection. Those look pretty cool too. Another full art card, and then sketch rares. Oh my god, there's so many variations, but they're not totally out of the out of the format verification. We can tell what they are, but they're still unique and they're still special in their own way. There's a really good balance. The fact that there are 9 realms to begin with makes it really balanced. So awesome. So glad I bought this at $75 at the time, Canadian, from Nerds. I was like, yeah, it's the last Exalted. I might as well get this. And it gives you power too, because now you can decide who you want to give the ability for someone else to have a full collection master set, even if you don't want to hold on to it for too long. So yeah, that's all I have for today, and maybe I'll just type up the description so it makes a little bit more sense. And yeah, particularly for these bounty realms. Oh my goodness, the box topper for Bountiful Harvest. The only reason I'm holding off on buying is because I have like 18 boxes coming in. So the chances are I may statistically fill this out naturally, but then I also have to play these. So you got players, collectors, stores, investors, all working in unison to promote this game, offline and online. Some stores I know, like, they cannot support a 4th game outside the big 3. It's even a push for them to do Flesh and Blood, but they're okay with that now. And honestly, I did the legwork in Calgary. Only 1, maybe 2 stores are willing to listen to me, and it's only because of all the years I've put into them as well. Like, it's hard out there, but if I can make it easy for them, like say, oh, it's Canadian dollars and Canadian shipping. Oh, okay, it's our own Canadian TCG. Yeah, they're much more accepting to it. And it's me, I'm a welder, so they know, like, I come there often, and they know, they've seen the online presence Legions has, all the Instagrams, all the pictures of events, even during COVID, all the shows they go to, all the online presence they go to on online tournaments. So even if the store is not willing to stock Legion, they are willing, at least in my case, to put it on their website. So if anyone is interested in buying it, they may buy it, and then they can offer the little store gift package of extra mats or extra promos to entice them a little bit more. So it's a slow process, but the groundwork's been laid. The work has been done, and I just can't wait to do more Legions videos, and can't wait to have time to learn to play this game. I've got the basics, and I made my first 2 decks, but I'm gonna be bad. But I can at least place and do online and do the webcam game. I'm trying to get a better setup here. You can tell the light's pretty bad for this, and of course the whole museum and gathering. But now my gathering portion has a reward for it. It's so much of a difference to have a reward. Anyways, this video has been long enough. It's been like 14 minutes. I'm just going to close off here. But thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again in Legions, Realms at War.